Hello everyone, and welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Mondes, with DisneyPinsBlog.com, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world. This is episode number 173 for the week of July 22nd, 2019.
Welcome to the Disney Pins Blog Podcast.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It was a super hot one here in Pittsburgh. Temperature went up to 107 degrees. That was the feels like temperature. Felt like I was in Florida. It was great. But yeah, I hope you guys stayed cool out there. I don't have anything for pin chat this week, but we do have a little bit for housekeeping and a decent amount of pin news. So let's get right into it. First thing for housekeeping is I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who follows Disney Pins Blog on Instagram. We hit 50,000 followers this past weekend, which was super exciting. I kept watching the number, and it happened on Sunday, July 21st. 50K. Unbelievable. So thank you very much for following on Instagram. We are going to have a giveaway coming very soon. This week, actually, we're giving away $100 in Disney gift cards, but that's 4 winners of $25 each. I want to have a little bit more winners, so there'll be 4 winners, each getting a $25 Disney gift card and a Disney Pins Blog pin. Second thing for housekeeping is a little bit of a secret. This is only for the podcast listeners and watchers, because I feel like you guys are the hardcore audience of Disney Pins Blog. If you listen to this podcast on iTunes or Google Play, thank you. Or if you just watch on YouTube, thank you very much. I'm not going to be announcing this anywhere until Wednesday night, but we are having a Christmas in July sale at dpbstore.com, and this is our second largest sale of the year. The first one being, of course, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's the biggest sale, but this one we're going to be doing 20% off, but it is only going to be for about a day and a half. It's going up Wednesday evening, and it'll be all day Thursday, July 25th. So if you had your eye on something at dpbstore.com, 20% off this week only. A little surprise for you guys. And then the third thing for housekeeping is I will not have an episode go up next week. I'm not going to have any time to record next weekend, unfortunately. I have a few other commitments going on, so I'm not going to have time to do a podcast. But I'll be back the following week, and I think Becca is going to be joining me, and we're going to be talking about Disney Fairy Tales event. All right, so I think that will do it for housekeeping. Let's get right into the pin news. And first, we're going to start off with Shop Disney, Disney Store. The first thing that released here actually isn't a Disney Store exclusive. It's a Disney Parks pin, but it appeared online. And it is the next Disney Visa card member pin. This one features Mickey Mouse wearing a tuxedo, has the castle in the background, says Disney Rewards 2019 on it. These pins usually come out twice a year. And I don't know if they have been spotted in the parks yet. I haven't seen anyone post at Disneyland or Walt Disney World, so I think you can only get it online right now, shopdisney.com. We have a link up in the blog post at DPB. But the retail price for this pin is $12.99, and I believe they're just like a limited release pin. They aren't limited edition or anything. Next for Shop Disney was the 7th Disney Wisdom pin set, and this one featuring Jiminy Cricket. 3 nice pins there, part of the Disney Wisdom collection. That one released on July 20th. Has 3 pins in it. We'll have a separate video on the YouTube channel for that. I got it for myself. I'm adding it to my Disney Wisdom collection for this year. And then our third thing for Disney Store is a brand new mystery pin collection. And this one features Disney dogs. It's very, very popular. I saw lots of people picking these up in their physical Disney Store retail location. It's a new mystery pin collection from Oh My Disney, featuring, of course, Disney dogs. And it's open edition. There are 8 different pins in this collection, and there's 1 randomly selected pin per box with a retail price of $9.95. It is open edition. I found the link online, but you can't add it to your cart yet. At the time I'm recording this podcast, at least, you weren't able to add it to your cart. So as of right now, I think this is only available in stores, but it should be available online, I would assume, very soon. All right, next let's talk about a few more San Diego Comic-Con 2019 pins. It was this past week. We had lots of coverage up on the website of new pins. There's just a couple here I want to mention. First being Hot Topic actually released 2 pin trading starter sets that were exclusive to the summer 2019 conventions. First one is that Lilo and Stitch pin trading starter set. We talked about this one before. It features 3 different pins and a lanyard. Retail price is $20. And then a second one, which I haven't seen before, is a Nightmare Before Christmas lanyard and pin set. 3 pins there, again $20. And both of those are available at HotTopic.com only while supplies last. Next, for San Diego Comic-Con were a few new Mondo pin releases. 2 for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You have Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit. And then there were a bunch of Marvel pins. There are 4 for Spider-Man, and then 3 for Avengers Endgame. You have the Nano Gauntlet, Smart Hulk, and Nick Fury. Retail price for those were $10 per pin. And then next there was a new Fig pin release at San Diego Comic-Con. I love this one. It features Duke Kaboom from Toy Story 4, and it's the XL version. If you guys have ever seen an XL Fig pin, it's basically just a super jumbo pin. This one just features Duke Kaboom, and that is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Alright, next let's head over to Disney Cruise Line, because they had a few new open edition pins released for this summer season. We have a blog post up of the new pin releases. Just going to quickly go through them. First, there was a Captain Mickey pin. It looks like it's a spinner element, and has like the throttle of the ship on the background all spelled out there. Next one is a Mickey anchor pin. It reads Disney Cruise Line 1998. And then the third one says Disney Cruise Line established in 1998 as well. Retail price varies between $9.99 and $12.99. Next, we'll head over to Disney Studios Store Hollywood. This past week was the Lion King live action pin release. And during that release, they actually had a surprise Simba stained glass pin. This one is limited edition of 200, and the retail price was $24.95. Next, we're going to head over to Hong Kong Disneyland. We mentioned a few of those Toy Story game pins. Well, more were added to the collection. These are basically like the hidden Mickey pins over at Hong Kong Disneyland, but I believe you have to play a game to acquire them. Just a few more Toy Story pins were added. You have the face of Woody and Buzz Lightyear, and an alien, and then 2 footprints of Woody and Buzz Lightyear. It's the bottom of their foot, and you can see Andy written at the bottom. That's a pretty cool collection at Hong Kong Disneyland. Next, we'll head over to Disney Store in Japan. They had a new pin set release, this one featuring Winnie the Pooh, and it is called Honey, Funny, Sunny pin set. It features 5 different poses of Winnie the Pooh, and he looks like a little bee. I believe that is just an open edition pin set. Retail price for that one is 2,160 yen. Next, we'll head over to Shanghai Disneyland. They had their 5th pin in the monthly release over there, and this one features Tron. It is limited edition of 500, and that released on July 19th. It is part of that collection at Shanghai that features different attractions in a brushed metal look. And then also at Shanghai Disneyland, they had a Little Mermaid 30th anniversary pin set release. This pin set features 6 different pins. You have 2 seashells, 2 versions of Ariel, a flounder, and a Sebastian pin, and that is limited edition of 500. Next, we have a little bit of D23 Expo 2019 news, and the very first pin and lanyard was released. I'm going to have a separate video on the YouTube channel coming of this, but if you purchased an early bird ticket, you had the option to get a lanyard, a pin, and a t-shirt. I opted in, of course, to get the pin, and we did a blog post on that, but it just features the logo for D23 Expo for 2019, which there are 5 different characters in the background. You have Black Panther, Elsa, R2-D2, Woody, and Mickey Mouse. Alright, now it's time for Disney Parks in America. The first one we're going to talk about is an annual pass holder exclusive at Disneyland. In the newsletter this past week, they featured a pin in there called Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures. If you book this Disney Princess Breakfast Adventure at the Napa Rose restaurant and you're an annual pass holder, you're able to get this pin. It's just basically the logo of the breakfast, but that's a pretty cool incentive if you're a Disneyland annual pass holder. And that was in the July 2019 newsletter. Next, this one was pretty popular whenever we posted it. It's the Disneyland 64th anniversary pin, but this pin is exclusive for Disneyland cast members. You could find it at the team centers. It has the castle in the background. It says Disneyland 64 years in a very colorful design, and that is limited edition of 500. And that was released on the actual anniversary date, July 17th. All right, now for the new pin releases this week at Disney Parks. We actually have a lot. It's a pretty good week for pin releases. First, we're going to start off with Disneyland, of course. The next Windows of Magic pin is being released. This one featuring the Jungle Book. You have Baloo front and center, limited edition of 2,000 with a retail price of $17.99. And that will be available this Thursday, July 25th, 2019, just like all the other pins I'm going to be mentioning here. Next is the fourth pin in the Disneyland Annual Pass Holder Train Series. And this one features Goofy on a rocket-themed train car. That is limited edition of 3,000 with a retail price of $17.99. All right, next we'll head over to Walt Disney World for the exclusives over there. And we have the first Star Wars Galaxy's Edge countdown pin for Walt Disney World. This one features BB-8, and you can see the Millennium Falcon in the background. That's limited edition of 3,000, retail price $17.99, and again being released this Thursday, July 25th. Next, we have the seventh pin in the Magic of Honor collection, and this one features Star Tours. That's limited edition of 2,000 with a retail price of $17.99. And now for the shared pin releases at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. First, we have the next Pin Trading Pop-Up Book. And this is the seventh one in the collection, and it features the Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's limited edition of 4,000 with a retail price of $17.99. And then finally, we have the Mulan Character Connection Mystery Pin Collection being released at Disney Parks. This is limited edition of 900, but it includes LE 500 chaser pins, and each box contains one puzzle piece with a retail price of $17.99. Again, all available this Thursday, July 25th. So that's going to do it for the new pin releases this week at Disney Parks, and I think for the podcast in general, just because I do not have a pin chat segment this week. But I want to thank you guys again for listening and watching. Thank you for following us on our social channels, especially Instagram when that 50K giveaway is coming up this week. And don't forget about that surprise sale at dpbstore.com this Wednesday. I will be back in 2 weeks here on the podcast, but of course you can find all the information at disneypinsblog.com. I hope everyone has a great week, and thank you again for listening or watching to episode number 173 of the DPB podcast. See ya.